The most expensive thing most gardeners buy every season is a fertilizer that works for about 6 weeks, and then, well, requires another purchase. But the two ingredients that actually outperform it over a full growing season are probably sitting in your kitchen and fireplace right now, just waiting to be used, and they're available for nothing. Synthetic fertilizers are engineered for one thing: a rapid, visible plant response that happens quickly enough after application to feel like a causal relationship and honestly to justify the purchase. It's that nitrogen flush that turns leaves dark green within a week, or the phosphorus boost that pushes new root development after transplanting. These are real effects and they're not useless, but, they are short-duration effects that address symptoms rather than the underlying system that determines how well plants grow. Across a full season, the 6-week effectiveness window of a soluble fertilizer application is not a feature, it is a business model. A product that solved your soil fertility problem permanently would only sell once. Coffee grounds and wood ash extract, the two ingredients we're covering today, do not work like fertilizer. Instead, they work like soil system builders, each one addressing a different foundational component of soil function that no synthetic fertilizer touches. And together, they create what soil scientists would describe as a biological and mineral fertility engine that actually compounds in effectiveness rather than depleting between reapplication cycles. The coffee grounds feed the biological workforce, while the wood ash extract supplies the structural minerals that workforce builds with. Used correctly in combination, they create a self-reinforcing system that produces better results in year 2 than year 1, and even better results in year 3 than year 2, which is honestly the exact opposite of what happens with synthetic fertilizer use over the same timeline. Coffee grounds are, I think, one of the most misunderstood garden inputs available. Simultaneously overrated as a direct plant fertilizer and underrated as a biological activator. And, honestly, the distinction between those two functions determines whether you use them correctly or just end up wasting them. Used as a direct fertilizer, coffee grounds are a modest nitrogen source with a nitrogen content of approximately 2% by dry weight. This is actually pretty low compared to most commercial nitrogen fertilizers, and the nitrogen is in an organic form that requires microbial processing before it becomes plant available, which means the direct fertilization effect of coffee grounds is slow and relatively modest. Gardeners who apply coffee grounds expecting the rapid green response they get from synthetic nitrogen are consistently underwhelmed, and this is really the source of the coffee grounds don't work. Conclusion that circulates alongside the enthusiasm of gardeners who use them correctly. Used as a biological activator, coffee grounds are significantly more effective than their nitrogen content suggests. The specific compounds in coffee grounds, beyond the nitrogen content, include a range of soluble carbon compounds, phenolic acids, and trace minerals that stimulate bacterial and fungal activity at rates disproportionate to their bulk nutrient value. Research on coffee grounds as a soil amendment consistently shows that they stimulate earthworm activity, in particular, with worm populations in coffee grounds amended soil showing measurably higher activity levels than in unamended control soil, even when the nitrogen contribution is controlled for. The earthworm response is likely driven by the specific microbial community that coffee grounds support, as earthworms are attracted to microbially active substrate, and the coffee grounds are creating exactly that in the soil zones where they're applied. The practical implication of this distinction is that coffee grounds should be thought of as biology fuel rather than plant food. Their job is to feed the bacteria, fungi, and earthworms that form the biological workforce responsible for nutrient cycling, aggregate structure building, and the continuous fertility generation that replaces the pulse and wait cycle of synthetic fertilization. Applied in thin surface scratchings around plants or in the planting hole at transplanting, they initiate biological activity in those specific zones that improves plant performance through the indirect pathway of better soil function rather than through the direct pathway of nutrient supply. The ceiling that coffee grounds hit when used alone is a mineral ceiling. They can stimulate biological activity, but the biology they activate needs mineral substrates to work with, and if those mineral substrates are absent or chemically locked, the stimulated biology has nowhere to direct its energy productively. This is why coffee grounds alone produce modest and sometimes erratic results, while coffee grounds combined with a mineral input consistently outperform either input used in isolation. Wood ash is, honestly, one of the most concentrated sources of plant-available calcium and potassium you can get from any household material. But, the reason most people who try it as a garden amendment end up with poor results is that they use it in a form that actually makes it, actively dangerous to soil biology instead of beneficial. Dry wood ash, when applied directly to garden soil, is highly alkaline. Its pH in solution usually falls somewhere between 9 and 11, depending on which wood species it came from and just how completely it was burned. When you apply it dry right onto the soil surface, it creates this really sharp spike in alkalinity. That can burn plant roots, disrupt the acid-tolerant mycorrhizal fungi that are most active right at the soil surface, and on top of that, it can lock out nutrients like iron, manganese, and zinc because the pH gets too high in the area where you applied it. The extract preparation method changes the risk profile entirely. Soaking 1 cup of wood ash in 1 gallon of water for 3 to 4 days creates a solution that leaches the soluble calcium and potassium compounds out of the ash into the water, leaving behind the most alkaline components as a settled residue. The resulting liquid is still alkaline, but at a pH typically between 8 and 9 rather than the 10 to 11 range of dry ash, and when heavily diluted before application, producing a solution of approximately 10 parts water to 1 part extract, the pH effect on soil is mild enough to be beneficial rather than damaging for most plants. The calcium delivered through this extract is the primary structural mineral that the biological workforce stimulated by coffee grounds builds with. Calcium is essential for cell wall formation, root tip development, and the structural integrity of cell membranes under stress. Plants deficient in calcium show specific symptoms: blossom end rot in tomatoes and peppers, tip burn in lettuce and brassicas, hollow stem in celery, that are often misdiagnosed as water management problems because the symptoms appear under conditions of irregular watering. The underlying cause is calcium deficiency or calcium delivery failure, and the consistent calcium availability that the wood ash extract provides through regular application addresses this cause rather than the symptom. Potassium from the wood ash extract drives the specific physiological functions that determine fruit quality, disease resistance, and water use efficiency at the cellular level. The osmotic regulation that determines how efficiently plants move water through their tissues, the enzyme activation that drives the biochemical pathways of fruit sugar and acid development, and the signaling functions that allow plants to respond appropriately to drought stress, all depend on adequate potassium availability. For fruiting and flowering plants specifically, the wood ash extract applied at the transition from vegetative growth to flowering and fruit development is the potassium intervention at exactly the physiological stage where potassium demand is highest. The planting hole protocol and the weekly maintenance rhythm combine the two ingredients into a system that addresses soil fertility at the moment of establishment and sustains it through the full growing season. The planting hole protocol works because it creates a biologically and minerally enriched zone at the immediate root interface during the critical establishment period, when the transplant is most vulnerable to the stress of root system disruption and the demand of producing new root growth into the surrounding soil. Place a small amount of coffee grounds, roughly a tablespoon for a standard transplant, at the base of the planting hole. Add the diluted wood ash extract as a soil drench into the hole before the plant goes in, wetting the whole base and the immediate root zone soil. Cover with 1 to 2 inches of your native soil before placing the transplant root ball on top, creating the safety barrier that prevents direct root contact with the coffee grounds and undiluted extract residue in the hole base. The weekly maintenance rhythm extends the planting hole benefits through the full growing season. Light surface application of coffee grounds scratched into the top inch of soil around the plant drip line weekly sustains the microbial activity stimulation that the planting hole protocol initiated. The diluted wood ash extract applied as a soil drench around the plant base once or twice weekly, increased to twice weekly during the transition to flowering and fruiting when calcium and potassium demand peaks, maintains the mineral availability that the stimulated biological community is processing and delivering to the root zone continuously. The 3 fatal mistakes with this system are specific enough to be worth stating directly. Never use dry ash on soil directly. Never use this system on acid-loving plants. Blueberries, azaleas, rhododendrons, camellias, and potatoes all require soil pH conditions that wood ash's alkalinity disrupts. And never treat the 2 ingredients as interchangeable or redundant. Coffee grounds are biology fuel. Wood ash extract is mineral supply. Each does what the other cannot, and the effectiveness of the combination depends on both being present rather than either being substituted for the other. The simplicity of this system is what makes it consistently underestimated. 2 kitchen and fireplace waste products, prepared correctly and applied in a specific protocol, create a planting zone and maintenance rhythm that improves soil biology and mineral availability simultaneously. Each season the system runs, the soil is more biologically active and more minerally available than the season before. That compounding improvement is what synthetic fertilizer, applied and reapplied in the same pulse and deplete cycle every season, never produces. And it starts with what you were going to throw away. Subscribe. We find the growing knowledge that costs nothing and produces results that compounds every season. See you in the next one.